There are stories in Hollywood that slip between truth and rumor, and this one begins in silence. A man known for control. A woman known for stealing every frame she walks into. And somewhere between the cameras, the whispers and the red carpet, smiles something cracked tonight. We step inside the rumor that Tom Cruise was left blindsided, a private breakup wrapped in public mystery, and why insiders say Ana de Armas walked away long before anyone realized. Welcome back to Luminoir Echoes. In Hollywood, the loudest moments are the ones nobody hears. He's jumped from planes. He's sprinted across rooftops. He's hung from the side of military aircraft at 15,000 feet. But Tom Cruise couldn't hold on to the woman who was supposed to be his second chance at love. And here's the twist that has Hollywood buzzing. The man who allegedly told friends she wasn't up to his standards is now reportedly devastated after Ana de Armas walked away first. The control freak who orchestrates every frame of his billion-dollar films just got a plot twist he never saw coming. Let's rewind. Picture this. March 2020, the world is shutting down. Fear is spreading faster than any virus ever could. And in the middle of all that chaos, Tom Cruise is spotted in Costa Rica with a stunning Cuban actress most Americans had never heard of. Her name? Ana de Armas. She was 32. He was 57. 25 years separated them, but on set filming Deep Water, something sparked. Chemistry doesn't follow a script. It doesn't care about age gaps or public opinion. And for Tom, this felt different. Because here's the thing about Tom Cruise. The man who's been Hollywood's golden boy for 4 decades. The guy who saved cinema during a pandemic by refusing to let Top Gun: Maverick go straight to streaming. The same man who demands perfection in every stunt, every take, every carefully controlled moment of his existence. He'd been searching for something real. His marriage to Katie Holmes had crumbled years earlier. That divorce in 2012 sent shock racks through tabloids worldwide. Katie had reportedly felt suffocated, controlled, like she was living inside a pressure cooker designed by the Church of Scientology and Tom's relentless perfectionism. But Ana was different, or so he thought. She brought lightness to his life. Joy. For the first time in years, paparazzi caught Tom Cruise laughing. Actually laughing. It's not the practiced movie star smile. Real, genuine happiness radiating from a man who'd built walls so high around himself that most people forgot there was a human being underneath. They quarantined together in Los Angeles. While the rest of the world panicked, Tom and Ana were photographed walking their dogs, going on masked bike rides, existing in what looked like domestic bliss. Sources close to the couple whispered that Tom was smitten, head over heels, planning a future. He introduced her to his world. The private jets, the exclusive events, the carefully orchestrated life of one of the most famous men on the planet. And Ana seemed to fit right in. For a while, but something was happening beneath the surface. Something the cameras couldn't capture and the tabloids couldn't quite put their finger on. See, Tom Cruise doesn't do anything halfway. When he commits to a role, he learns to fly helicopters. When he commits to a stunt, he breaks his ankle and comes back filming 6 weeks later. And when he commits to a relationship, he has expectations, standards, a vision of what his partner should be. Friends of Tom started leaking stories, carefully planted whispers that Ana was nice but not quite right for his lifestyle. That she wasn't ready for the intensity of being with someone like Tom. That she couldn't handle the scrutiny, the schedule, the demands of dating a man whose entire existence revolves around control and image management. The narrative being spun was clear. Tom was the gatekeeper. Ana was the hopeful candidate who just didn't make the cut. But January 2021 hit like a plot twist no one saw coming. Ana de Armas ended. The relationship, she walked away. Not Tom with his impossible standards. not the man who'd allegedly been evaluating whether she was good enough for his world. Anna looked at this Hollywood legend, this icon who'd given her a glimpse into the most exclusive circles on Earth, and said, "No, thank you." The Hollywood machinery went into overdrive. How could she walk away from Tom Cruise? Didn't she know? What she was giving up: the access, the fame, the privilege of being on the arm of one of the most recognizable faces in human history. But Anna knew something the rest of us were just beginning to understand. Being Tom Cruise's girlfriend wasn't a fairy tale. It was a job. A role with impossible demands, constant surveillance, and an expectation to mold yourself into whatever shape fit his carefully constructed world. Sources close to Anna painted a different picture than the tabloids had been selling. She didn't fail to live up to Tom's standards. She had her own standards. And Tom's lifestyle, with all its rigidity and control, didn't align with the life she wanted to build. She wanted to be in Los Angeles, close to work and friends. Tom's life bounced between London and wherever his next film was shooting. She wanted spontaneity. He needed structure. She wanted a partner. He needed someone who would orbit around his gravitational pull without complaint. And when it became clear that this wasn't going to work, Anna made the call. She packed her things. She moved out of the Los Angeles home they'd shared, and she started rebuilding her life on her own terms. The reports that followed were delicious in their irony. Tom Cruise, the man who supposedly had been evaluating whether Anna was worthy of his world, was now livid that she'd rejected his world entirely. He'd been the one in control, or so he thought. He'd been the one with the power to decide if this relationship had a future. Except Anna had power too. The power to say no. The power to choose herself. And that, apparently, was something Tom Cruise hadn't anticipated. Because here's what nobody talks about when they discuss Tom Cruise. Beneath the megawatt smile and the death-defying stunts and the unshakable confidence, there's a man who's spent decades constructing an image so perfect, so bulletproof, that any crack in the facade feels like a catastrophic failure. His marriages have ended. His relationship with his daughter Sori has been estranged for years. His dedication to Scientology has cost him friendships and public goodwill. And despite all his success, all his box office dominance, all his cultural impact, Tom Cruise is a man who can't seem to hold on to the people he loves. Anna moved on quickly. By April 2021, just months after the split, she was spotted with a new boyfriend. She looked happy, free, lighter than she'd appeared in months. Meanwhile, Tom threw himself back into work, because that's what Tom Cruise does. When life gets messy, when emotions threaten to spiral out of control, he finds a plane to jump out of, or a mountain to climb, or an impossible stunt that requires every ounce of his focus. But you can't outrun heartbreak. Not even at 200 miles per hour on a motorcycle through the streets of Rome. The narrative that Tom had rejected Anna because she wasn't up to his standards was always a defensive story. A way for him to maintain control over the public perception of the breakup, because if he rejected her, then he's still the powerful one, the one in charge, the one who decides. But the truth is that Anna saw behind the curtain. She saw the man, not the myth. And she chose to walk away from both. That's what reportedly left Tom livid. Not that the relationship ended, but that he wasn't the one who ended it. That for once in his carefully choreographed life, someone else wrote the final scene. Hollywood has watched Tom Cruise defy gravity for decades, but he couldn't defy the simple truth that you can't control another person's heart. You can't demand perfection from someone and expect them to stay. You can't build a relationship on standards and expectations and image management and think it's going to feel like love. Ana de Armas is thriving now. Her career has skyrocketed. She starred in major films, earned critical acclaim, and built a life that's authentically hers. No script, no control. Just freedom and Tom. Tom is still Tom Cruise, still jumping off cliffs, still pushing boundaries, still chasing that perfect take, that flawless moment, that impossible standard he set for himself decades ago. But every now and then, in the quiet moments between action sequences, you have to wonder. Does he think about the woman who got away? The one who saw through the Hollywood icon and chose herself instead? Because that's a plot twist even Tom Cruise couldn't rewrite. If this story made you see celebrity, relationships in a whole new light, let us know in the comments below. And if you want more untold stories from behind the glamour, make sure you're subscribed to Luminoir. We dig deeper than the headlines.